Okay. All right. I'm glad you could join me, Jeanette. And so for this Genius Biofeedback demonstration and scan, and my name is Dale Ann, and I'm a Genius Biofeedback practitioner. I'm a Reiki practitioner and an essential oil specialist. So I've had people report amazing experiences from their personalized frequencies that I select for them based on their voice and the goals that they want to achieve. And so I'd love to hear about your goals and find your frequencies today, because yeah, I'd love to do a free scan for you. So what I'm going to do first of all is share the screen and show you a few slides so that I can explain a little bit about how the Genius works. Now, can you see the full screen there?
Yeah.
Good.
Perfect.
All right. I'm not going to show the slide mode. Long story there, but anyway, as long as you can see it, that's good.
Yes.
So frequencies that find you wherever you are. Did you know that frequency and energy technologies have become very popular these days? And actually, these technologies have been developed for the last 50, 60, 70 years. It's just that they're not commonplace in our society and in our kind of health system. Frequency and energy technologies can reach to places that other types of therapies cannot reach, such as the joint spaces, connective tissue, and other areas that have poor circulation. And I'm reading from my notes because I want to make sure that I don't forget anything.
Oh, absolutely.
So these were exciting and non-toxic ways of helping the body to remember to heal itself. The Genius is a quantum biofeedback technology. And quantum biofeedback technologies allow us to do energetic testing, similar to a muscle test. And with the Genius, it's like doing 100 muscle tests at once. So it's very fast, and it brings up results, stress disturbances, not diagnoses, but stress disturbances in many fascinating areas, such as vitamins, meridians, spinal energy, chakras, and much more. So this is a time when many people have questions they want answered. If we could just know more about an emotional block, or find the perfect flower essence, essential oil, or even affirmation for the day. I found that my Genius can always find something very helpful that my clients needed to know. And the frequencies are life-changing for so many. So how does it work? The Genius uses a sophisticated voice engine that was originally created at MIT. It picks up different parts of your voice, which are called formants. And these are the most distinct parts of the voice. It turns them into a measurable frequency. This frequency is then compared to other frequencies in the program, and then we see how they relate to each other. So it can be done in a live session, and it's best followed up with daily listening. I can explain later how that works. And it pulls up analyses in 3 general areas: the body, the mind, and the biofield. And the biofield, of course, is our energetic body that's around us.
Okay.
And this graphic on the right side just shows an article that was highlighting something from the Mayo Clinic. So artificial intelligence is being used for a lot of things these days, and some of them are not what we would consider desirable. But the interesting thing is that in the medicine of the future, doctors will be able to analyze or diagnose based on the frequencies in the voice. And so they've been doing studies on that already. And so the voice can reveal a lot about a patient's heart health, for example.
Okay. Interesting.
So we're constantly influenced by surrounding frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
We pick up frequencies from other people. We pick up frequencies from devices, like EMF frequencies. If you think of the feeling of a sunny day, think of the feeling of hearing your favorite music. Think of someone saying very kind things to you. So these are all ways that you're affected by surrounding frequencies. And actually, I'm beginning to realize that I'm affected by frequencies that I don't know if they're coming from me or from somewhere else, because we're becoming more aware of the effect that frequencies have on us.
Mm-hmm.
So the genius can play different frequencies for different solutions. For example, sleeping more deeply, detox frequencies, hormonal frequencies, digestive, discovering which foods are best for you and which you are sensitive to. Can even test your supplements to find out if you actually need that right now. And right now could be that day or several days, right? So I'm just going to stop this for a moment. Where is my PowerPoint? Okay. All right. So I'm just going to zip along here. Now, if you would like a scan, what I'm going to ask you to do is to put your full name and your birth date into the chat.
Okay.
Can you see this? Can you see the screen that says who would like a scan?
At the bottom?
No.
Oh.
Just a moment. Yeah. So this screen says who would like a scan, and then there's a picture on the right side. Are you seeing that?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I am.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm looking for there we go. I'm looking for the chat. And then I'll pick up your information from the chat.
Okay.
What I'm going to do for the scan is this is like a mini scan. So I'm going to let you know what your top flower essences are and what they mean.
Mm-hmm.
Your top essential oils that come up and their meaning, and the top
Okay.
3 affirmations. I'm also going to throw in some solfeggio frequencies. These are frequencies that have been developed. They're sort of on a scale, similar to a musical scale. And each frequency in this group has benefits, some for relationships, some for overcoming obstacles, some for connecting to the divine. So it will be interesting to see what comes up for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, okay. And your date of birth?
Okay, I couldn't remember what the second one was.
What's that?
I couldn't remember what the second one was. I was like, okay, my name and something else.
So as soon as I have your date of birth, then we can proceed with a scan.
Should be there now.
March 17th, 79. Good. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this screen share and I'm going to share my reflector. Now I'm hoping that you can see a blue screen.
Mm-hmm.
I want this one to go in the background though. Let's see. So begin a new scan. Let's see. What is that noise? So it's March 17th,
Mm-hmm.
79.
Yes, correct.
But you're female.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to skip this screen. Can you see what I'm doing?
Yeah, yes, I can.
Okay, good, good. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you first to record your voice.
Mm-hmm.
And all I want you to say, it's just 15 seconds. What I want you to say is, my name is Jeanette Usher, A-E-I-O-U. And keep repeating the vowels, like at about that pace until the 15 seconds is up, and I'll let you know when that is.
Okay, so just repeating the vowels.
Yeah. So I'll tell you when to start.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, record.
My name is Jeanette Usher, A-E-I-O-U, A-E-I-O-U, A-E-I-O.
Thank you. Okay.
Yep.
So what I'm doing is I'm going to press a couple of buttons that analyze that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 76% of the frequencies that are picked up during this scan are picked up from the voice.
Hmm.
The remainder is picked up from your photo.
Hmm.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to enlarge your photo.
Okay.
How am I going to do that?
Do I need to put my face really close to the screen?
Yeah, a little bit closer would be good.
Okay.
Where are you here? Okay. Smile. I'm going to try that because your eyes are closed.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay.
The Zoom picture smile. Where have we gotten to these days?
Okay. So begin the analysis. Okay, we'll skip that part. So now, so let's take a look at what came up. You'll notice that we've got a band at the top. This is libraries. We're not going to go into libraries today, but there's body and there's all these categories. Mind
Mm-hmm.
and biofield.
Okay.
So, now the colors have significance. All of these different categories, they have subcategories, but they all have a frequency between 1 and 777. So you'll notice at the top, the red one is 698. And the bottom of the body section is 42.
Okay.
So the low ones are in blue and the high ones are in red. And those are the ones we choose to balance normally.
Okay.
But today I'm going to do a specific scan for you. First of all, I'm going to look at the flower essences. So I'm going to look in the mind part, see what came up in the red. Okay, so we've got impatience, larch, and oak. Might as well take the Serato. Whoops. Okay, and then we're going to find the top 3 essential oils. Those are in the body section. So you'll notice that even though that was yellow, when I go into it, there are all the colors. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So generally speaking, the red ones are for, those indicate stress disturbances that we would call acute. This is what's happening for you right now, today. The stress disturbances that show up in blue are considered to be more underlying and chronic. Okay, so that's why we want to balance the highs and the lows so that everything kind of is more balanced throughout.
Okay. Yeah.
But today we're just working with the reds. So we've got juniper berry, chamomile, and black pepper. Top 3 affirmations. Yes. So we need to go into the libraries for that. Boy, this is taking a while. Okay. So once I get these all in the tray at the bottom, just above the red band, I'm going to go through the other ones that I've put in here and tell you the meanings of those before I run them.
Okay.
And I need to make notes, but let's look at the affirmations first of all. And you tell me if these kind of ring true for you. Okay. And sometimes when we see things, when I see things like this, I think, oh, right, I was thinking about something like that this morning. So I'm filled with light in every cell of my body. All my DNA is now healed and recalibrated for light, love, and happiness. All the parts of my being on this plane and others line up now for my greatest happiness, freedom, and success. So does either one of these kind of speak to where you feel like you are in your life right now?
They both sound like where I want to be. So maybe I'm already there and I just haven't realized it yet. I don't know.
Well, and remember that affirmations are always worded in such a way that this is what you're experiencing now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I completely let go of the old programming as I am in agreement with new programming for success and happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are the solfeggios here? Okay. 639. Connecting in relationships. I'm going to choose 174 as well. Connecting the dots. Because connecting the dots is kind of related to the process that we work through when we're working on a transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of that, and then I'm going to run this. I'm going to choose all because there's only 12 items in here. And I'm going to run these for 9 minutes. Can you hear the sound?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. So I've actually turned it down so it's not quite so loud.
Okay.
Can you still see the screen or has it disappeared?
Yeah, no, I can still see the screen. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, yes. I think those are running in the back. Yeah, they're running in the background. So let's look at impatience first of all.
Mm-hmm. When you said that, I was like, yeah, I was a little bit impatient today. But then I was like, oh wait, no, that's the flower.
I think that's pretty well right on. So those who
Yeah.
are quick in thought and action and who wish all things to be done without hesitation or delay.
Mm.
When ill, they are anxious for a hasty recovery. They find it difficult to be patient with people who are slow, as they consider it wrong and a waste of time.
Mm.
So, yes.
Interesting.
Does
I
that
find that interesting because when people are too quick, I'm like, whoa, slow down.
But
So it's almost
how about 3 years ago?
um mm, I guess in some 3 years, that's such a long time ago. Maybe so 3 years ago. Trying to think of like when kids are fooling around in the classroom and I'm like, hey, like let's get this task done, you know. Stop talking. Yeah,
Right.
definitely there was a huge amount of impatience in the classroom for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at larch.
Mhm.
Now, the Bach flower essences were developed by a British doctor, and he found that flowers have different frequencies that actually help us resolve emotional states.
Mm.
So all of these will sound a little bit like the stuff that's going on with you that might not be that comfortable, but the whole idea is to move you through that. So
Right.
large is lack of confidence.
Hmm.
Feel they will never be a success, and so do not venture or make a strong enough attempt to succeed.
Mm. That, that resonates with me for sure.
And, you know, perhaps because of where you are right now in your healing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the next one is oak. For those who are struggling and fighting strongly to get well,
Hmm.
or in connection with the affairs of their daily life, they will go on trying one thing after another. Though their case may seem hopeless, they will fight on.
Mm-hmm.
They are discontented with themselves if illness interferes with their duties or helping others.
Yep.
They are brave people fighting against great difficulties without loss of hope or effort.
Mm-hmm.
And think of how strong that oak tree is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oak trees they're huge and resilient. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to oils and
Mhm.
juniper berry. Juniper berry. Juniper has a particular affinity for assisting the kidneys in cleansing and tonifying. In this way, it will act as a diuretic, improves the flow of bile, may act as a stimulant to help overcome the effects of fatigue. Interesting. Reduces inflammation, helps to strengthen gums, and may reduce or heal or help to heal tooth infections.
Interesting.
So that's juniper berry. Chamomile for migraines and headaches, calming, dental issues, insomnia, and relieve muscle spasm.
Mm.
And black pepper. You know, black pepper is not in my list.
No. I know from Ayurvedic it's a warming spice.
I have a big book.
Yeah. I'm interested to hear the if it aligns.
Okay, it has lots of uses. Toothache
Okay.
coming up. Constipation, diarrhea, gas, lymphatic drainage. It helps with lymphatic drainage.
Okay.
So dry brushing, rebounding, that kind of thing. So if we were to look a little bit farther afield, we might find some digestive issues, for example. And you know what I forgot? I forgot to do your aura at the beginning.
Oh no.
So I will do that as soon as possible. Congested airways, lack of courage, and poor stamina. So if you inhale from cupped hands, black pepper is, it's a really interesting oil because, you know, it has that peppery quality. And especially when you add it to something else, and it just gives it that a little bit of an edge. It's actually really nice for perfumes.
Okay. I actually just recently bought some black pepper essential oil.
Did you?
Yeah, because it's I can't remember when one of my girlfriends is an Ayurvedic practitioner and we did like a face steam one time and she had black pepper in there specifically for my Ayurvedic dosha type. so, so yeah, I was like, oh, it's like it's getting to that season where it's good to start doing those like steamy facial black peppery
Right.
things.
Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm still hearing this. Oh, that's right, because I'm looking at the wrong screen.
Oh.
There, we've got 1 minute and 24 seconds left. And then I'll do the aura. Now, normally I do an aura at the beginning of the session and at the end of the session.
Okay.
Because the change gives me an idea of how much the frequencies have actually helped you and in what way they've helped you.
Okay.
And sometimes I do 3 before the session is over because I'm not quite happy with the second one. And so I add some other frequencies to brighten it up.
Right. Okay.
Can you see the,
I can see a screen. I don't know if it's, yeah, it looks the same. Yeah.
oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not showing up for me right now, so
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not doing anything, but it's there. The image is there. I don't
okay.
know if it's supposed to be doing anything.
Yeah, well, it's just stopped. So has it disappeared?
Yeah. Yeah, now it's just you.
Reflector, where have you gone? It must have timed out, so I have to share it again. There, you should be able to see it now.
Yeah, it's just you still.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I have to screen share to get that.
There we go. Yeah.
Have you got it now?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and I can actually change the size on my side. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I've got that form in the background, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm going to go into see aura near the bottom.
Mhm.
Are you familiar with the chakras?
Vaguely, yeah. Yeah, I know a few of them.
So you know
I know
that,
that we have a string of them.
yeah. So there are we commonly use 7, but there's actually more than that. But we'll concern ourselves with 7 here.
Okay.
So it's interesting because it looks a little darker in your view than it does in mine. However, what we see here is a lot of green
Mhm.
and there's a lot of bright green. Do you see that?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a little darker around the edges. And then below you, we
Mhm.
see some pinky purple.
Yeah.
So this is nice because what we are aiming for is to have brighter colors. So the greens, the pinks, the purples, the blues, any of those, sometimes magenta. The figure is looking at you. So the right side of the figure is the left side of the body.
Okay.
And energies work, come in through the left side of the body and out through the right. So this one is pretty asymmetrical. Often you will see an aura that is different on
Okay.
one side than the other. So the green is heart energy.
Mhm.
The pink and the purple, which are kind of muted here, are symbolize the kind of the higher chakras, the third eye and the crown chakra, which is your connection to source.
Okay.
And so because it's not really, really bright, it may be suggestive of some stagnation in that area.
Mhm.
Or if you're feeling a little down, it might show up that way.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to choose some other especially because it's just you. I'm going to choose the Nogiers. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So Nogier A is the lowest one. It's not really, really low, but it is the lowest one. We're going to work with that. And Nogier L. So Nogier A is the Nogier frequencies were developed by a French doctor who found that each organ of the body had a certain frequency. And actually he's kind of grouped a few organs in each of the 8 frequencies that he identified. So A is for the skin, it's for energy, eyes, post-surgery, exhaustion, teeth. There's teeth again.
Something with my mouth.
And then L is for left-right brain communication. So I'm going to choose G as well because that also helps with the brain. And based on our conversation the other day, I'm just thinking that that might be helpful for you. Actually,
all I can think of is I just had my teeth cleaned like a week ago.
did you?
Yeah, but my hygienist is sending me in to have some skin grafting on my lower gums.
Oh, okay.
So I'm wondering if that's why teeth keeps coming up, because I need to get this grafting done because my gums split when I had them realigned.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to run these for just 3 minutes. So when you're looking at this on the screen, can you see the lines like this?
Yeah, I can see them moving or turning.
Good. Okay. So there are different ways that these are shown depending on what setting I use.
Okay.
And some of them are actually fractals. Fractals are sort of like similar to sacred geometry shapes.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're familiar with the flower of life,
No.
that kind of thing. Yeah. But the setting that I've used for this is mostly physical. So we've got a little over 1.5 minutes to go. And if you notice the numbers at the bottom of the screen below the red band.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's some percentages there.
Yeah, I can't.
And the bottom one says average percent rectification. So we're always looking for something that's at least 40%.
Okay.
So once we've done this, we're going to do another aura scan. And so one of my slides that I didn't actually show you talked about a couple of studies that were done with genius frequencies. And one study found that after 7 weeks of listening to the frequencies, sleep improved, 30-some%, and energy improved 50-some% or something like that. The way biofeedback used to be done was you would go to a physical place and you would be hooked up with electrodes and you would get a session, and then you would have to keep coming back weekly or however long, often, for more
Right.
sessions. The way this works is you can purchase a Quanti capsule, which is like an app, and I send the frequencies to you. I generate them once a week. I send the frequencies to you, and then you can listen to them 15 minutes twice a day.
Mm.
That way you that study found that over 7 weeks, people reported significant improvements. So listening to the frequencies each day, just while you're getting ready for work in the morning, while you're getting ready for bed at night, really helps.
Right.
Now I notice that we've got a lower rectification here, but this just demonstrates how this works. So we're going to go back to Aura, and we're just going to see if there's any change. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really brightened up somewhat. So what you'll see on the right side of the screen is in the lower area is a lot of pinky, and that's also heart energy, love energy. And on the left side of the screen, it's a little bit muddy,
Yeah.
right? But that can, what's happening here is that it looks to me like you've got more hope happening. And this is after generating those frequencies for the affirmations, for the flower remedies, and that sort of thing. On the right or the left side of the screen is your future. You're still a little unsure of what that's going to look like. And so that's showing up kind of muddy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay. But you've got that kind of flash of inspiration, that green band there.
Yeah, right by the head.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that looks, overall, that looks, it looks brighter. And also, there's a lot of white energy in this too, because the colors are not really intense. And the white energy is connection to spirit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I interpret that. So, do you have any questions?
Oh my God, so many, but yeah, it's all kind of messed together in my foggy brain. Oh God, yeah, I can't remember. I know there was something about the heart chakra from earlier. Is that just like where there's like more resonation is from like from the heart chakra, or
Was it the screen that showed a lot of green in the aura?
I think so. Yeah, that's when I first thought about that, when everything was very green. And
Yeah.
then yeah.
Yes. So both green and pink are connected with heart energy.
Okay.
And actually, I think it's green for the front and pink for the back or something, because we have, yeah, chakra openings in the front and the back of the body. Right. And so the way I do this is, because a one-off might help you sleep better tonight, but you know, for working on health issues, it really helps to work on them for several weeks at a time. So I offer subscriptions, and so you would pay 100 and, what is it now? Yeah, I'm offering 30% off. So the regular price is $147 a month. That is for 4 scans. And I generate them. So I would have a meeting with you one week. The next week I would check in with you and find out if we need to change or like what your concerns are so that I can work on those. And I can
Okay.
generate the frequencies when you're grocery shopping and just send them to you. So you don't actually have to be present with me on Zoom like this every week.
Okay.
So I'm offering 30% off for the next couple of months, actually.
Okay. Wow.
And then there is an additional cost for the Quanta capsule, but it's a one-time cost. So I'll just leave that with you, Jeanette. And if that's something that you want to look into, if you have any friends that you think might be interested in learning about how this works,
Yeah.
you know, I appreciate referrals. And so if you want to look into this further, we can talk about it.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah.
Is that
I'm very
okay?
curious.
Leave
Yeah.
it
I'm
like that?
super curious, and I'll let my mind soak with it. And yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to stop the share.
Okay.
And thank you very much for joining
Yeah.
me today.
Yeah. I'm glad that we were able to make it happen still. Yeah. I logged on and I was like, ah, shoot. But
Yeah, and that thing about ticket sales were over.
yeah.
I mean,
There's
oftentimes, you know, people are 5 or 10 minutes late. We're all busy, so I'll have
yeah.
to see if I can change that.
Yeah. Yeah. I got there like right at 5, or yeah, right at 5 o'clock my time. And I was like, I'm here. I'm ready for this. Oh, that's not Zoom. Uh-oh, shoot. It's Eventbrite. Uh-oh. What do I have to do?
Right.
And then I was like, oh man. Ah. So, and then I was like, okay, well, that's fine because there's still other sessions, but I'm glad that we were able to do this tonight. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And
and
I'm very
very
happy that you joined
interesting.
me. Anyway, we both have a deadline, don't we?
Yes, we
Yeah.
have another class to get to.
So thank you again, and I'm going to stop
Yeah,
recording.
wonderful.